Welcome back, everybody. Could your marriage use a jump start, or maybe you're looking for support and guidance through a challenging situation? Well, this morning, marriage and family therapist Melissa Bretlinger joins us to share her best tips. So good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being with us. And we know we just passed Valentine's Day, a relationship staple for people that obviously have a loved one. But there are some challenges that come with a relationship. It is a lot of work.
It is.
And you see a lot of these couples because that's what you do. Tell us a little bit more about what you do.
I'm a marriage and family therapist, so I help people if they're struggling with their primary relationship, their partner. I also help people that need some parenting help. I help people that are struggling with anxiety and depression.
Okay, so, you know, couples obviously want to make it last. A lot of them do, let's hope. But one thing we were just talking about is how as soon as you have a child, the relationship obviously takes a downturn for some reason. They say that's the biggest time when you see divorce rates go up.
Exactly.
Why is that?
Well, oftentimes the relationship gets put on the back burner, so all the needs of the child become front and center. And typically in a relationship, you have early on the relationship is primary, and you spend a lot of time. You can't wait to see that person. You connect with them, and you know we kind of put everything else on hold. And then once we get married, we start having other things that take front and center. It could be our job, it could be our parents, it could be other things. So when the baby comes on the scene, that takes front and center, and so the relationship is way back there. And so there's the studies show the marital satisfaction drops significantly after the first child is born.
And so what do you suggest for those couples who perhaps just had a baby and are trying to regain that intimacy and, you know, that spark all over again?
Well, one simple technique is it's called 4 minutes a day, where you just the first 4 minutes that you see each other, like after work or when you come home, you take that first minute to just connect with them. It could be a hug, a conversation, a kiss, something, a connection. When you first come home from work, the minute that when you're both are before you go to sleep at night. So at whatever point that you're both are awake, take a minute just to connect. The time when y'all are both awake in the morning, because sometimes people wake up earlier, but the time when both of y'all are awake, take a minute and connect. And then a minute before one leaves the home to go to work or take the kids or whatever. So they call it 4 minutes a day, where it's just taking a minute 4 times a day just to say you're important. Because think about when you come home and like your kids are excited to see you, or your dog's excited to see you, and then your partner's like doing laundry or and so just take that minute to say, hey, I'm glad you're here, you know, good to see you, and just a connection.
Definitely taking the time is obviously the key there. And later on the show, we're going to talk about the different stages of relationships. A little tip maybe for those who are just going to get married and how to make it last, and for those who've been at it for a while and how to keep that spark alive. So stay with us. In the meantime, we'll be right back with our topic.